Well, hello, I hope you're having a good day. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to repair a horsehair or a mohair mecate, or a get down rope in this case. This one's a mohair mecate, and it's got a break in it here. And I'm going to show you how to fix that. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then why don't you watch along. So yesterday I had my good buckskin horse Spud. I tied him up to just for a second with this so I could turn the rest of the horses out. Spud is usually a pretty chill guy, so I wasn't too worried about it, but he wanted to go with the rest of the horses, and he pulled back and he snapped this. So I'm going to show you how to fix it. With things going the way they are and things getting more and more expensive all the time, being able to repair nice things like this is handy. So if you don't want to go buy a new one of these, I'll show you how you fix this. You are going to lose quite a bit of length out of this, probably over a foot. So let's get started. So first thing, you can use, this is electrical tape. You could use a piece of string for this. I tape it around here so that this will quit unraveling and it'll hold everything in place and make it a lot better. Basically, all you need to do for this is electrical tape and maybe a little pair of pliers or something. So, oh, I got a pup coming over here to say hi. Look, Ellie, come here. This is Ellie. She's turning into a pretty good dog. Then the next step is I try to keep these strands kind of paired up. You can see how they are in the rope. So I kind of keep them paired up. I twist them back together the best I can and tape the end. And I've ended up with 4 strands here. You want at least 4. You can do this with 5 or 6. You can get it down to like 3, and it's just probably not going to hold quite as well. So try to go for 4. It's the easiest, but you can do this with 5 or 6. It's the same process. So I've got both ends taped up now and ready to go. And so what you're going to do is you're going to put them together, and you're going to make it to where all these ends here go down along this part of the rope, and all these ends here go down along this part of the rope. But you're going to alternate strands. That means one strand from this side is going to go here, and then the one next to it on this strand is going to go here. So then it ends up, you know, like that. So kind of the easiest way to do that is to take one of these, kind of get them all laid out, and then you bring your other one in and you just start anywhere. And I'm going to start out just by putting one from this side in between 2 on this side, and then you just start going, you know, every other one. So I'm going to take one from this side and bring it down here, one from this side, bring it along here, and just alternate till you get everything all laid out nice. And I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. So you want it to end up looking something like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape these ones down to hold them in place. All this tape isn't going to stay either, so don't go hog wild with it. The ones on the end you can tape up pretty good because you're going to end up cutting them off anyway, but these ones on the original base part where I didn't want it to unspool anymore, don't go hog wild with that because you're going to have to cut it off. And then I'm going to tape right around here, so don't go hog wild with that either. So then I've got this tape on here. I didn't put it on super tight. Then you can kind of pull all the ends so that they're these 2 ends that broke are snugged up together. And then you're going to kind of get everything organized here and lay your 4 strands out that you didn't tape up. And we're going to put on here what's called a Turk's head knot. So I'll try to switch the camera angle around so you can see how that works. Okay, so here's the main body of the rope. Here's these 4 strands. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take, trying to find a good spot to keep this. I'm going to take this one and it's going to go over the one to the right, and I'm going to leave a little loop here for now. Then this red one, and I take this piece and it's just going to lay down here out of the way. So then this one is going to come up and it's going to go down between these 2 and lay down and out of the way. And then that one that I just went over, it's going to go over this black and white one and have it lay down and out of the way here. And then this black and white one is going to come and it's going to go through this loop that I left there with that very first one. And this is why it's handy to have these ends taped up, because you're going to do stuff like this. So then you work around and get these all snugged up good. I should have maybe mentioned that you're going to have kind of a bulge, pretty big noticeable knot on your rope here, but it turns out to be a nice looking knot. It doesn't look like just some thrown together granny knot. So got all those sucked down tight. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these ends and they're going to go up, and you see how this black and white one and this white one have made an X. So I'm going to go up through the bottom of the X with that. And that's where having some pliers comes in handy, but I'll get it all set up and show you. So I'm going to kind of push my pliers up through that bottom of that X to loosen it up. And here's another reason you tape these up. And then it goes up through that X. And after we get all this done, we'll snug everything down tight again, so don't worry about that. So now we're going to turn it over here to this subtle red colored one. And here's the X, here's the white one, the black and white one. So I'm going to get it up through here. So I'll take my pliers and kind of push up through there. And if I can't get this pushed through here, which will happen as this kind of gets tighter and more knots in here, I'll reach down through there and pinch with the pliers. So now we're going to work on getting this white one up. So you see the red one crosses under this white one, and there's our X. So I'm going to go up right here. Whoops, sorry about that. There we go. And then this is our last one for this side, this black and white one. The white one crosses under this red one. So here's our X. I'll get it up through there. This is one I might have to reach down through there and pinch. I'll accidentally grab the tape instead. We'll get her. There we go. There she comes. Probably keep bonking that. Alright, so we got them all pulled through. So then what you want to do is find one of these ones that is kind of the start of the knot. We'll start with like this red one here. And we're just going to kind of grab it with the pliers, and I'm pulling it so it's tight. So I'm pulling it, I'm twisting it this way. Then we'll follow it along and keep on tightening it all the way up. Gosh, I keep bonking that. And then you'll see it comes up, and it's this one right here. So suck it down tight. And you go along and do that with all of them. So I'll do that off camera. So now I'm going to take this piece of tape off here, and then I'll lay these 4 strands out nice again and do the same knot up along the body of the rope here. And then when you're all done, that's when you'll decide. You can either tape these ends down, or if you think it's going to hold strong enough, you can just cut them. So I'll show you what that looks like when this part's done. So now you see I got it all done. It's pretty dang snug and tight, not going to come apart again. So now you can either lay these ends all down nice and wrap some tape around here, or you can just cut them off, leave a ½ inch or inch or so, and they'll kind of fray up and hopefully won't pull back down through there. Something would have to get to rubbing on this pretty good. But depending on where your break is, if it's in a spot where it's not going to get in the way of tying this around your horse's neck, or if it's a hackamore and it's not going to be if it's for a hackamore and it's not going to be messing up tying it onto your boselle, you can splice these and keep using them. So hopefully this helps somebody repair one of these things, and hope you find this video useful.